Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be answering some assumptions from you. Yes, this could get interesting, but I put on my Instagram stories to make assumptions of me and I will answer them on YouTube. So here's this video as promised. If you missed out on making an assumption of me and maybe you'd like to make one in future if I was to do this again, I've popped a link to my socials below, so drop me a follow so you don't miss out on maybe the opportunity to do it again in the future. Now, I'm kind of nervous, excited to do this one because I think it'll be a bit of fun. I am going to probably be holding my phone a lot, so excuse the rudeness if you think it's rude. Kind of is what it is, I'm afraid. So let's get going with the first one, which is you love anime. False. We're off to a good start. False. I do not love anime. I've really tried to get into anime, really tried, because obviously I go to a lot of cosplay conventions, I see a lot of anime cosplay, so I'm always curious to broaden my horizons and learn about what other people are into and stuff, and I have tried my hardest to just embrace it, but it's just not for me. I've watched Death Note, which I absolutely love, Tokyo Ghoul, which I loved, One Punch Man, Dragon Ball Z, all that good stuff, but honestly, as a whole, I just can't. I tried Attack on Titan, found it boring. And I watched 10 episodes of that. I really do try and give it a good go, but Demon Slayer is another popular one. Just couldn't get into it. I try really, really hard, but me and anime, I don't think we're ever going to be that great of friends, I'm afraid. You're actually a giant in real life. Lots of crying emojis. Rude much? Unfortunately, I'm not a giant in real life. You clearly know that because you know me, and that's why you've put a lot of crying emoji faces, because you know that I'm 5 foot, because I've met you at convention before. So you will know that I'm tiny, not a giant. Unless I'm wearing my massive heels, which then just makes me average person height. Rip me. You're an expert roller skater. Now, I've seen that rollerblading and roller skating is really popular at the moment. Unfortunately, I'm too scared to learn. I don't trust myself. I come from a dance background, so I don't know if that would help me, balance-wise, but I've never really been into wanting to learn to skate or rollerblade or anything like that. I've always just been really nervous when it comes to, that side of things. I don't want to fall over. I'm completely scared of breaking something. So unfortunately, no, I don't roller skate. Although I do think it's really, really cool to watch. So good on you if you do, because I find it fascinating. I wish I could, but I'm just not brave enough. I'm too much of a chicken. You have a jar of your vanquished enemies' souls. Okay, who have you been talking to? This is meant to be a secret. No one should know about this. On a real note though, unfortunately, I do not have a jar of my enemies' vanquished souls, although it sounds really badass. No. You prefer dogs to cats. I've been seen here. Now, it's not that I dislike cats. I just want to throw that out there to all you crazy cat lovers. No offence. We all know that there's an offensive thing coming. I love dogs better. I said it. It's out there. I do prefer dogs, yes. I have 2 crazy little dogs. One's called Rocket, one's called Neo. Neo is the newest addition to the family. Rocket is a German Spitz Pomeranian cross, and Neo is a Pomeranian, and they just bring so much joy to my life and fill my heart with happiness. I wouldn't be without my dogs. So yes, I prefer dogs to cats. You have your own photography studio. What a great question, or assumption even. I actually don't have my own photography studio. As incredible as that would be, and as amazing and simple it would make my life, I don't. I actually shoot in my dining room. I move my dining room stuff out, so my tables and chairs, every time I want to shoot. And I put up all my equipment, which I keep under the stairs where normal people would keep clothes and shoes and stuff. I keep all of my photography equipment and I pull it out every time I want to shoot. I would love to be able to have a studio where I can just leave stuff up and just drop in and out when I'd feel like it, but unfortunately I'm not at that level yet to be able to do something like that, as awesome as it would be. I just create in my dining room and try my best to do my best with what I've got, and my space isn't great, like it's not huge, which is why I'm very limited to the shots I can get, but I am still really pleased in the content that I do create and post on socials and stuff for the space I have. So it just goes to show, just utilize all the space that you do have. It doesn't matter if your space is big or small, you can still do something with it. But yeah, unfortunately I do not own a photography studio, as amazing as that would be. You are super rich. Oh my goodness. If only I was super rich, because the amount of projects and ideas and just costumes and everything I could fund would be incredible. I am not super rich, not even close to it. I think that there's a huge illusion to content creators being rich and loaded, and if you're a content creator, you're instantly like super rich. It's not true. I just get by. There's a lot of things I'd love to have the income for, to be able to do more, but I make the most out of what I currently can afford to do. I'm not super rich, I'm sorry to say. That being said, if you do love an artist or a creative's work, most of the time they do have places you can support them. I will drop a link below to my Patreon and to my members site, and also to my website where you can buy prints and stuff and help support the content that I do create, which helps fund future projects and awesome content for the future. Future. But yeah, not super rich. Soz. You don't miss your red hair. Okay, this is a really good assumption, and it's awesome that you've picked up on this, because this is true. I don't miss my red hair at all. Now that's actually shocking to say, because my red hair was my everything. But guess what? My pink hair is now my everything. I feel so much more like me with pink hair. I feel super confident with pink hair. It was just time for me to let the red hair go, as much as I liked it. And I've got so many photos documenting me with red hair. Pink is my jam, and I just feel just next level awesome with it, which may sound egotistical to you, but I just love having pink hair. I just think it's so much more pow and in your face, and just kind of conveys my personality a lot better than the red. As much as I did love the red, the moment has gone for that, and now we're here for the pink movement, and it's going to be a good one, trust me. I'm thoughtful. I would like to say I am pretty thoughtful. If you're my friends or my family members, I would like to say that I am very thoughtful with what I do for people. That's obviously me saying that I am. They might not think I am, but I'd like to think that I'm thoughtful. And I'd like to think that I'm thoughtful as a creator. And if you've purchased any merch from me in the past, I like to think that I'm thoughtful with how I package them and the notes that I write and the stuff that I include in those too. I really do think, I actually think far too much. It's actually quite a bad thing that I do. It's one of my bad traits, that I overthink stuff. But I'd like to think that I am thoughtful. I try and be thoughtful, like I said, with my friends and to my friends with gifts and stuff. And yeah, I would say that I'm thoughtful. Your best dance moves are the floss. This is actually false. So the floss was something that you all made popular. I did it once as a bit of bants because I saw it was popular and I was like, oh, I can dance, I can do that, you know, and just put it on the internet. And it was something that you constantly asked for, and I was like, oh, okay. But I do have a lot better dance moves than the floss. If you're interested, there's plenty of videos from my past performing, and trust me, I've got way better moves than the floss, in my opinion. You may think otherwise, but my opinion, there's way better dance moves on my YouTube channel than the floss. You have no tattoos. This is actually false. I have 2 tattoos. If you're lucky enough to know where they are, good for you. If you don't, soz. I have 2 tattoos. I'd love to have more, but the work that I've just done in the past has always stopped me from getting them. I do a lot of character work, or used to do a lot of character work, which meant that having clean skin was actually easier. I know that I could cover them, but the amount that I worked character work, plus the amount of time it takes to cover them, I just found it easier to just not have any. Maybe in the future I will get more visible ones. I don't know. Who knows what the future holds? That involves a lot of money, and as we learned previously, I'm not super rich. So who knows? Who can say? But no, I do have tattoos. You just can't see them. You're a morning person. I don't know. I kind of am, kind of not a morning person. I used to be more of a morning person before the whole like lockdown thing happened. I used to find it really easy to get up in the morning. I'd even go to the gym in the morning sometimes. And I would like be pretty active before 9 o'clock. But after lockdown and stuff happened, I found it more and more difficult to get out of bed like everyone else, I'd imagine. And now, I don't know. I'm not particularly a super grumpy person in the morning unless I'm really tired and didn't get a good night's sleep. But I wouldn't say that I'm a really good morning person anymore either. So, no, I guess. Maybe. I used to be. I'm not sure anymore. You're a huge fan of Bring Me the Horizon. Now this is a spot on assumption. I love Bring Me the Horizon. They are one of my favourite bands. Like, honestly, I've seen them so much live. I love seeing them live. I actually am booked to see them live this year, fingers crossed, at the end of the year, close, like a few days before my birthday, and I'm so excited for it. Actually, I think it's a few days after my birthday, but either way, it's really close to my birthday this year, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. I love their new album, so I cannot wait to see them play it live. And yeah, Bring Me the Horizon. I love their music videos. I really loved following the documentary of how they made their recent album. They're one of my all-time favourite bands. I listen to them so much, and yeah, I'm a big Bring Me the Horizon fan, so good assumption for sure. So last one, you'd rather laugh all day on a shoot and only get 10 good pictures than be serious and get hundreds. This is true. I really enjoy doing photo shoots. It's one of my favourite parts of being a creator. I love that creative process of just shooting and bringing an idea to life, especially when I've been like making my own versions of characters, like cosplay characters and stuff. I really enjoy the photo process. I love having a good laugh on set. Like, obviously I'm serious enough to get the work done, but I do really enjoy messing around and being a bit of a goofball. It's just kind of in my nature. I am not the most serious person, but I do love to take serious photo shoots too. Like, I do love that serious, moody look as well. I would rather have 10 photos, especially because you don't really need more than that. 10 photos is the amount of photos that normally goes in a set that I send out to the County Club members, which is Patreon for those of you who don't know. 10 photos is about the standard amount that go out for every look I do. There will be bonus ones the higher up you are tier-wise, but I actually think that 10 photos is more than enough for a set as well. I know that the higher tiers sometimes get a bit more than 10, depending. Like, I try and edit a few more for the higher tiers over on Candy Club, which is Patreon, but usually a pro set is about 10 photos for me because they do take quite a long time to edit, and it's just me editing them, so my time has to go across many things. So I think 10 photos is actually better than 100, like hundreds and hundreds, because if I've got hundreds and hundreds of photos to sift through as well, that means that it makes it even harder for me to choose what photos I actually want to edit. Sometimes I will edit over 10 photos because I've loved the look, or I've got loads of diverse poses or whatever, stuff like that. Usually I get about 10 photos. So 10 photos and mucking around works a lot better than being serious and getting like hundreds of photos. I mean, yeah. It's funny that you picked up on that though, because I am super professional, like I said, and I get my work done, but I do like to goof around a lot. So yeah. That's it for the assumptions video of me today. Thank you so much to everyone who got involved with this. I really enjoyed answering it this way. And if you like this video too, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up because it shows me that you would like me to do more content like this in the future. Drop a comment below as well of what assumption shocked you the most, like my answer, or what one you liked the most. And I will see you in the next one.